Hello, my name is Kenneth Anders. I am the president owner of 11 salons and 3 spas in Columbus, Ohio. I've been in the business for 49 years. I've traveled to every state in the United States and 5 foreign countries teaching cuts, colors, perms, and business to salon owners. When I looked at what we needed as far as our organization, we had a great educational program that taught cutting, and we had expected great things from our staff. We taught color, which we also expected great things from the staff, and then we would let them go. We'd put them behind a chair because they had the talent and the expertise. But what was missing and has been missing in this industry for a number of years, or maybe forever, is the fact that when the client sits in the chair, from the time she comes to your salon until she leaves, how should you be treated and how should she be educated on what we do and who we are. So I developed, along with my operations manager, Jody Ahatz, a system we call the Journey. The Journey, what it does is controls and makes sure that the stylist, when that client is in that chair, is being told at the proper time the proper things that cause retail sales and also cause service sales. You'll notice in the people that I work with, if you follow this journey that Jody's going to show you, you will easily double your retail and easily add on more services than you've ever seen before. The way we developed this program was Jody went out and she sat and she watched stylists and she watched customers. And she saw the reaction when you said certain words even, or did certain deeds, how they reacted and when was the best time to present either products or services to your clients. From there, we have developed the Journey. This is an excellent way and a missing link when it comes to training of your staff. I know you're going to enjoy this, and I know if you follow it and follow what Jody does and what she says, you're going to be more successful than you could ever believe.
Okay, so what we're going to do this morning is we are going to talk about the client journey. And the Journey is a system that we've created so that you guys can deliver a consistent level of customer service that is going to deliver on our brand's expectations, okay? So it's a system. Systems are necessary to create consistency. Would you guys agree with me on that? Think about all the cutting that you learn and how you have a system for all of your haircuts. That is so it's consistent throughout. But before we can even start, the first thing we need to do is we need to define our brand as far as who we are. Are you with me? Okay. So the first thing that I want to know is that when a client calls in to Kenneth to schedule their appointment, what is their expectation of our brand? So throw out some professional. Cleanliness, okay. Professionally dressed. Educated staff, okay. Consistent, okay.
The total experience.
Total experience.
Beautiful settings.
Beautiful settings. Upscale. Technical ability. These are good.
Quality service.
Quality service. Okay. Good products.
Convenience.
Convenient. Good one. Luxury. A stylist who listens. Okay. Personalized services. Okay. Anything else? What about easy to do business with? Would that be important? Okay. So that is our brand expectation. When our client calls in, she chooses Kenneth, these are all of the things that she will expect from you. Remember, if you can't be unique in what you do, meaning the only people that cut hair, you got to be the best at what you do. And to be the best, you have to have a system. So Here are all the expectations. Now, I'm going to tell you this. There is a burden that comes with this brand. Does anybody know what that burden could be? What is the burden that would come along with all of these expectations? Meeting them every day, every client. That is the expectations. You can't have a bad day because this is what we're promising to our guests. All right, so we've talked about beautiful places, we've talked about upscale, we've talked about being professionally dressed. So before we break down the journey, the first thing I want to do is I want to define what you mean by professionally dressed, because everybody has a different perception of that. What do we mean by being professionally dressed? What does that mean?
Clean.
You have to be clean. Your hair has to be clean. Your hair has to be clean. What else? Makeup done every day.
Your hair should always look like something a client would ask for.
Your hair should look like something a client would ask for. What about the rest of me? Do I look professionally dressed today? Why?
No visible tattoos.
No visible tattoos. What about ponytails? Can we wear ponytails? No. What about your clothing as far as being faded? You're the top 1% of hairdressers in the world. What do you look like when you go out to receive your guest? I'm going to tell you this real quick. I was in a beauty school this week. I went with Emily to visit some of the students. And we walked in, and there was a little girl there, and she said, I've never heard of Kenneth before, which, I take that very personally. I was like, what? You've never heard of us? And she said, well, I live out of town. And I'm like, okay, you got to pass there. So she said, but I can tell that you're upscale. And I said, well, how do you know that? And she said, look at how you guys are dressed. You're so put together. So there were 3 of us there representing Kenneth. We all 3 were professionally dressed. Right away, she knew we were upscale. Dress matters. Let's talk about the atmospheres in which you work in. So we know they're pretty, right? We know they're pretty. But let's talk about the cleanliness. What should your station look like when you go out to when you bring your guests back? What does that look like? Organized. Okay, so there shouldn't be color bowls with gloves that are dirty thrown on. The hair around your station should be swept up before you go out to get your guests. When you pull out the mirror for her to see herself, there should not be fingerprints and smudges all over them. I am telling you this right now. Clients do not want to walk through somebody else's hair. I'm telling you that. I do not want to sit down in somebody else's hair. When you put on this cape, I do not want it to be crusty all around the neck, holes from where you've actually accidentally cut the cape. So make sure when you bring your client back that your station looks like you're ready to receive her. Does that make sense, everybody? Even including your bottles. These bottles should not have product dripping down them. They shouldn't be dusty. Because if she goes to pick it up, the last thing you want to happen are her fingers to stick to this bottle. Okay, so make sure that your station is ready to receive your guest. Do we have any questions when it comes to that? Do you guys agree with me that all that's professional? Because listen, you do not want price to be a factor. You want price to be irrelevant. Does that make sense? So that means you've got to be at the top of your game. Okay, so let's break down this journey. First things first, the greeting. So we know what we look like when we go out to get our client. The next thing is how you greet your client when you go out to get her. You go out, you will say her name, and then you're going to do a formal introduction of yourself, especially with first-time clients. So I'm going to go out with a smile and say, hi, my name is Jody. It's so nice to meet you. I'm going to be doing your hair today. You can follow me back. A smile sets the rapport, starts building rapport. Are you guys with me on that? Please smile, and do not reserve your smile only for your clients. When you walk out into that reception area, have a smile on your face because it says you're friendly, you're warm, and inviting. And I know I've shared this with you before. When you have your interview with me, if you walk in and I smile at you and you do not smile back, you are not sitting in this room today. If I smiled at you and said, "Hi, I'm Jody, it's so nice to meet you," and you didn't smile back at me and tell me who you were, you're not seated here today, because I can't teach smiles. Everybody says smiles are part of the dress code. Smiles just come naturally when you're friendly. So smiles are important. Do a formal introduction of yourself and let her know who you are. Okay? So that is your greet. What your mom has taught you. Be kind. Okay? The next thing is a compliment. Say something nice to your client to break the ice. Again, you're starting to build rapport from that moment. She is sizing you up. She is looking at you thinking, "Oh, I like her outfit," or "Her hair is cute. She's so nice." That's what's happening here. That's how we're building rapport. And we're going to walk with our clients back to the station and not 3 miles in front of our client because you're in a hurry, because you're setting the tone, you're setting the pace. Does that make sense to everybody? So say something nice. Anything from, "Oh, I love your necklace," to "Cute purse," "Love your shoes." Who likes a compliment? Yeah, everybody likes a compliment. Okay, so we're going to greet her, we're going to compliment her, and we're going to walk with her back to our very clean station. Okay? Next, consultation. Christy, I'm going to have you come up and be my model if you do not mind. Hi. Okay, first thing. This cape does not go on until the consultation is complete. Do not put this on your guest until she's had a moment to speak with you, because this turns her into a head instead of a client. So this is not on yet. We have a very scripted consultation, and the reason why is that it will allow you to stay organized throughout her service. It also will allow you to maintain control of that consultation. Time is a hairdresser's enemy. Would you all agree with that? So the last thing you want to do is spend too much time in your consultation when you're already 15 minutes behind. Your consultation should take about 3 to 5 minutes. And that's what I love about our journey. Our journey, we have considered time throughout this entire process. 3 to 5 minutes. But this is where you start to develop rapport, and this is where you gain her trust. So through your consultation is where you gain your trust, and it also allows you to know how to educate her throughout her visit. You have got to give a great consultation. Okay. Eye contact. So we do our consultations. Your eyes are so pretty. We're going to do your consultation face to face, not through a mirror. So we're not doing our consultation already playing with her hair. We're not doing that. We are going to come around here because this says I have time, and this says you can believe me because I have eye contact with you. Okay? So, first question. Christy, before we get started today, since I've never done your hair before, I want to ask you a few questions. First of all, I just want to know, what do you currently like about your hair?
I like the length in the front right now.
Okay. What else do you like?
I like the overall color.
Okay. Anything else?
That's mostly it.
Okay. And now share with me what you're not liking.
I would like my color to be a little bit richer,
Okay.
and maybe something to just jazz up the haircut a little bit.
Okay. So talk to me about jazzing up the haircut. What are you unhappy with that needs some jazzing?
I don't know, maybe change the layers. What do you suggest?
Are you getting enough volume in your hair?
No, I don't think I'm getting enough volume.
Okay. And does your style last for you throughout the day?
If I spend a lot of time styling, then yes.
Okay. So how much time is it taking you to style?
Probably 25 minutes.
Okay. And do you find that your style lasts for you throughout the day?
If I do that, then yes.
Okay, great. As far as shine, where would you rate yourself on a scale 1 to 10, with 10 being the
I
best?
don't have shiny hair.
You don't? Okay. Would you like to have shiny
I
hair?
would.
Okay. And then the overall condition of your hair, scale 1 to 10, where do you see
Really
that?
dry.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you?
Probably like a 3.
A 3. Okay. And you would like to be a 10, obviously.
Yes.
Who doesn't want to be a 10?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about your morning routine, what you do daily. First of all, are you somebody that shampoos daily?
No, every other day.
Every other day. And then walk me through the rest of your process of getting ready.
So I'll put like an anti-frizz product through my ends, and then I blow dry, round brush, and then do a flat iron or curling iron.
So other than the anti-frizz product that you put through the bottom, do you use anything at this time to create volume?
Occasionally a root booster.
Okay. And then as far as, excuse me, as far as blow drying your hair, what did you say that you were using? What kind of a tool?
Either a flat iron or a curling iron.
Okay. And are you using any type of a heat protectant at this point in time?
No.
Okay. And then are you using a finishing spray at all?
Yeah, just something light.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Do you see how much information that I got out of Christy based on that line of questioning? Again, you want back and forth dialogue. That is the point of the consultation, is so that she will communicate with you. This is the wrong way to do it. So, hi, Christy. I see you're down for a haircut. So what are you thinking?
I guess just the trim.
Okay. Are you happy then overall with everything else?
Yeah,
Nothing
it's
else
okay.
is bothering you?
No.
Do you like your color?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. So we're just going to trim you up today?
Yeah.
Okay, come on back.
Okay.
All right, do you see a difference there? Now, as a client, which one do you like better? Why? Does it make you feel more comfortable about what's getting ready to transpire between the two of us? Do you feel like I took the time to get to know her, a little bit about her process? So your confidence is there. So if you were thinking about changing your current style, are you feeling better about that based on my communication? That third question, as far as let's talk about what you do daily, your morning routine. Do you see that that is your retail question? Okay, so if you fail to ask that type of a question, it's really hard to open the door as far as educating her on products. So we want to know what she's currently doing at home so we know how to help her. You have to have the mindset that you're helping her. If you have the mindset that you're selling her products, you're going to break out in a rash. It's going to be stressful. But if you have the mindset that I want to help her so that when she gets home she can recreate the current style that I'm giving her, that is a whole different scenario. Would you agree with me on that? But how are you going to know if you don't ask? You have to ask. As far as asking her what she likes and she doesn't like about her hair, the number one reason that a client leaves a stylist, do you know what that is?
Communication.
Communication? You don't change her. The number one reason that a client leaves a stylist is because you do the same thing on her over and over and over, and there's no change. So they feel they have to go to a different hairdresser so that they're seen differently. Is that necessary? No, that's not necessary. But we would not know that if we do not give a great consultation. So the 3 questions for a first-time client: tell me what you're currently liking about your hair. We want to be able to enhance that. The second question is, what are you not liking? What brought you in today? And the third question is, let's go through your morning routine. Now I'm going to have to tell you, you're going to have to lead her a little bit on that. When you say that, tell me about your morning routine. We don't want to know you're having cereal. We don't care what time you wake up. We don't care about those things. We want to know what's happening with your hair daily. Walk me through it. Let me get in the bathroom with you. Let me figure out what's going on, how much time it's taking. Help me understand your process. Because she told me she does not have enough shine. She tells me she doesn't have enough volume. Are you already thinking in your mind what you're going to recommend for her as far as products? I mean, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, well, she introduced this. Did she put this on there? That would help with that. So again, those are your 3 questions. That is for a first-time client. After you're done with the consultation, that's when we put on our cape. Okay? Any questions on first-time guest? Return guest is different. Return guest is different. And guess what? She's not catch-up time. Return guest is not catch-up time. What do I mean by that? That means you have somebody else get Christy shampoo because I am running behind. And since I've done her for years, just go ahead and take her back and you get her shampooed, right? Because I don't even have time for that 5-minute consultation. She is not catch-up time. This is your client who helps pay your paycheck. Every month she is helping pay you. She deserves the time also. Would you all agree with that? But the consultation is different. Hi, Christy. It's so nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
I love your necklace.
Thanks.
Okay, so let's talk about your haircut and color from last time. How did it go?
I loved what you did. It was great.
Good. Now, if you could change anything about your hair right now, what would it be?
I'm thinking maybe we should richen up the color a little bit.
Okay, go a little bit darker.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else that you would like to change?
I'd be open for like a change of my haircut if you had any suggestions.
Okay, very good. Let's go back through your morning routine. I know you left with the volume infusion. How did that work for
I
you?
loved it.
Great. And now refresh my memory again. What are you using in the shower as far as shampoo?
I've got just something I picked up at the store, but it is for color.
Okay. And then as far as, other than the volume infusion, are we using any other products at home?
Just a little bit of root booster and then a frizz product for home.
Okay. And the volume infusion gave you the body that you were looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. What do I get from this? What happened here? Reviewing a morning routine. Do you typically get that on return guest? You probably get the first two questions, right? So how'd it go? Was everything okay? Would you change anything? But typically we don't ask about the morning routine every time she comes in. Should we? Why?
See if she's recreating the style that you did the last time.
Right, if she's able to recreate. We want to know if she's using the product that she went home with and if it's working for her. Do we want to know that? If she tells you, I use it sometimes and sometimes I don't, what does that tell you? She doesn't like it. Or it's not giving her the results that she was hoping to get. So you have to find out. What, Josh?
Or she's not using it properly.
Or she's not using it properly. We need to find out. I love it. My friend who is also a hairdresser, she was missing this question in her consultation. And I said, please add it back. You're going to find that you're going to get a lot more information about her than you ever thought. So she called me after she got off work. She said, I cannot believe the stuff that my clients were doing in the bathroom with their hair. They quit using this. They tried to use this. And I said, but you didn't ask her. How are you to know? If you don't ask the question, how are you supposed to get the answer? So if you're not saying, hey, let's review this, let's walk back through your morning routine, how are you able to get the information? So we're going to show you a video, and what it's going to do, it's going to be based on the return guest, and it's a consultation that's gone bad. Your job is to find everything that has gone wrong in this consultation. The consultation is on a return client, not on a first-time client. So we're going to go through the video, and then we're going to pause, and then you're going to tell me everything that went wrong in that consultation. Does that sound good? Okay.
Right. Have a seat.
Oh.
You can put your purse wherever.
Look at all the hair.
It's
You
been
must be busy.
so busy today. I know. All right. Well, Kelsey, I have you down for a haircut and a chunk weave. How many chunks are you thinking?
I mean, I want it to blend and look nice.
Okay. So maybe just like 5 or 6 and through the part line?
Yeah,
Okay.
that would work.
Good. And I'm thinking blonde for sure.
Okay.
It's the summer. We need to go blonde.
Okay.
And just a trim like last time?
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. We're going to start with your color first today.
Okay.
I'm really busy, so I'll get those foils thrown in, let you process, probably have
Okay.
someone else get you shampoo for me.
Megan, what do you want for lunch today?
Jimmy John's.
Which number?
12
Okay.
with no mayo.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so someone else will get you shampooed,
Okay.
and then we'll get you cut. I'll probably put you under the dryer for a little bit,
Okay.
and then I'll finish someone else up, and then we'll finish you up too. Okay.
Okay, that
Perfect. All right. Get parted off real fast. All right. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. What was wrong? She was chewing gum. Are you allowed to chew gum? No. What else? Ponytail. Messy Station? She didn't stand in front of her during the consultation. She had the cape on before the consultation. She didn't compliment her. Talking about lunch. Is that unprofessional? Let's talk about that just for a moment. How many of us have been caught doing that before on a busy Saturday when somebody's going to get lunch? How many of us, right? What's that say to your client?
Your mind's elsewhere.
Your mind is elsewhere. Does it say maybe you might rush through my service because when that Jimmy John's gets here, you might want to go ahead and eat? Okay, so please refrain from doing this in front of your guest. What else? She said that she was so busy. Again, are you too busy? Are you too busy to do me? If I have a picture in my purse all folded up in my wallet that I've been carrying around, because you know you have clients that do this, right? They see a hot new cut and they're not quite sure of it, so they're just going to rip that out. And then when they see their girlfriends, they're going to say, I'm thinking about doing this. And they're going to ask their boyfriend or her husband, I'm thinking about doing this. And there's going to be a day that she's going to get the nerve to do it. You just gave your lunch order and said you were busy. Are you doing that today? No. You're getting ready to make a big, you have got to feel comfortable about your choice. You want the hairdresser to say, oh my God, this is going to look fantastic. And before you leave, we will make sure that you have the right things at home to recreate. I want to take some time to show you how to style this, because one of the biggest mistakes that a client makes when she gets a new hairstyle is she tries to style it the same way that she was they tell me this all the time, that you style it the same way that you were styling it before, and that no longer works. All of that's happening. So you want to make sure that you have the time to walk her through that. So please refrain from doing that. What else did you notice? Tattoo. Brittany? Is that your tattoo? Okay.
Let the client take control, and like she asked her, how do you like?
Yeah, you let the client take control. Do not let that client take control. You will be there a lifetime during the consultation. She asked her how, yeah, she asked the client, so how many chunks do you want? As a client, we don't know. I don't even know what a chunk is. That sounds like something you're gonna take a bite out of. I don't even know what that is. What's a chunk? Okay, what else? She blew her comb off. That's my favorite part of the video, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm gonna just list them. There's hair on the floor. We talked about that. Dirty towels on the station. Dirty bowls. The Panera drink cup. Hair and comb. Messy station. Cape on prior to the consultation. No eye contact with the client. It was through the mirror. She was asking about lunch. There was gum chewing. Her coworker was showing a tattoo. Her hair was in a ponytail. She said she was really busy. Says, I see you're down for a haircut. And says you need to be blonde because it's summer. Duh. Does everybody need to be blonde because it's summer? What? Okay. So now we are going to show you the correct way to do the consultation. Okay?
So how was Jamaica?
It was good.
Wonderful. You have a great tan.
Thank you.
So how did everything work out with your last cut and color?
It was really good.
Good.
Yeah.
If you could change anything about it, what would it be?
It didn't stay shiny very long.
Okay. Okay. So shine was an issue. How was your last cut then? Would you change
Amazing.
anything about the cut?
No.
Okay.
I loved it.
Okay. Were you able to style it as well as I did?
No, I struggle with the round brush.
Okay. All right. So did you end up going back to the flat iron every day? Okay.
I did.
All right. That's all right. Well, I definitely love how your hair has lightened from vacation. I like those natural highlights that you got. I would love to add a few more though.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a lighter color, just adding a little bit more down and through the bottom as
Okay.
well. Okay?
Yeah.
I think that'd be great going into summer.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I also think we need to switch your shampoo.
Okay.
I think it's time. I want to switch you over to the anti-fade shampoo. What the anti-fade, it has a low pH, okay? So it only lifts the cuticle enough to release the dirt, debris, but it's not going to release your color at all.
Okay.
Okay?
Good.
It's going to keep it shiny, healthy looking, and I think it's gonna make a big difference, okay?
Awesome.
All right, as far as the styling goes, I'm gonna go over the blow dry lesson again, and I might even have you do a little bit of it
Okay.
too, okay?
Okay.
And we'll correct a few things.
Perfect.
All right, sounds good. Let's go ahead and get started.
There's one thing that I failed to mention and I need to point out to you. On your return guest consultation, we ask her how her last service went. That second question is, if you could change anything about your hair, what would it be? Do not say, so would you change anything about your hair? Because what do you think the answer is going to be? No. So if you could change anything about your last service, or if you could change anything about your hair, what would it be? And then again, let's continue to review your morning routine. Let's make sure you're having all the tools necessary to be able to recreate. Let's make sure that what you're using on your hair is going to give you that shine that you were looking for, all of those things. And you're going to review what she's currently purchasing and whether or not she likes it, and if not, make a change. Are we clear on the return guest consultation? Do you see how that's different? I'm telling you, when you watch your coworkers do this, you will watch a client as they're going through the consultation, her shoulders will just relax. You'll see it in your client's face. When you're giving that type of consultation, her whole body just kind of relaxes and she feels comfortable enough for you to take over because you took the time. And the questions that you are asking is providing information, and it allows her to get out everything that she wants to say. So therefore, when it comes time to you make suggestions as far as change, she sees you as the professional. Would you guys all agree with that? Okay, consultation is key. If you're not doing a great consultation, you cannot proceed in the journey. That has to happen first. And do you think we're delivering on our brand promise when we're doing this? Okay, great. Okay, so we've got greet, compliment, we've got your consultation for new and return guest, and next is the haircut. I want to back up just for a moment though and talk to you a little bit about when you're shampooing your guests at the bowl. Please do not have conversation during this portion of the visit. This is her time to relax. You all get trained on a beautiful shampoo as far as the head massage is concerned. Please allow her to enjoy and relax that portion. Do not try to have conversation with her as far as what kind of shampoo you're using, why you've chosen that shampoo. That happens in one of two places. If she is getting color today, the best way to talk about shampoo is as you're applying the color. Perfect timing to talk about what shampoo you want her using and why. If she's not getting color today, you're going to say it during the consultation prior to taking her back to the bowl. Does that make sense to everybody? And then you're going to let her relax and enjoy her shampoo because truly that is the best part of the service. Okay. As far as the cut's concerned, this is where you personalize her visit. You have got to give her a little information about you. She has to be able to get to know you so she doesn't feel like a number. Now, when I say that, be careful about what you choose to talk about. Make sure that it's not something that's going to get you into a situation later or your coworker sitting next to you and her client, what they do not want to hear. But you do have to kind of get to know your client and personalize her visit. This is also the time in which you're going to start planting the seed for next time. So we're going to right away start talking about the next visit, such as, you know what, we're going to go ahead and take your layers a little bit shorter this time. The next time you come in, please let me know how that worked for you. Let me know if it was too short or if you would like me to take them a little bit shorter. But let's talk about that the next time you come in, as well as adding some highlights. So you start talking right away about her next visit. Why do we do that? Why do we do that? So she comes back to you. As a client, why do I like that? Why do I like you already talking about my next visit? Because it makes you feel special and it feels like we're creating a relationship. Like, this isn't a one-time thing. You're not here just to trim my hair. You are already thinking about change for next time. And remember what I told you. The number one reason she leaves you is because you do not create change. But if you're already being forward thinking about my next visit, I feel like we are really creating a relationship here. You're hearing me. I love you already thinking about my next time. So plant that seed and let her know you want her. We want to be wanted. Clients want to be wanted. They do not want to be a number. When you're doing special things, whether it be some texturizing to the hair because of a calic, thinning because of their hair being really thick, talk about those things. Talk about those things so that your client knows that there is a difference based on her. Does that make sense to everybody? Shampoos. You have to offer a little bit more information than just saying, this is a color protectant shampoo. So as you're applying her color, you want to let her know that our shampoos have a very low pH. But you're going to have to explain that because your clients have no idea what that means. So you need to let her know your color protected shampoo has a very low pH, which means it's just going to lift that cuticle layer just enough to release any dirt and debris without blowing it open. A higher pH causes that to blow open, and that's why her color does not last as long, and that's also one of the reasons that she doesn't see a lot of shine, because it's very dehydrating to the hair. So you want to make sure that she understands there is a difference in what she's buying in the grocery store versus what you're using on her today. That everything's been specially formulated to prolong her services. So make sure that you have that conversation. With Chrissy in her consultation, she told me that she did not feel like she had shiny hair and that it was dry. One of the first things I'm gonna ask her, what shampoo are you using at home? Because it starts there. It does not matter how much I put on after the service. If she is continuing to shampoo her hair every other day, like she said, and she's continuing to put something on her hair that's drying her hair out, I cannot do enough when she gets here to take care of that. Does that make sense to you guys? And you have to realize that. It starts with the shampoo. It starts what's happening on a daily basis. So make sure you are going there with your client. I know we love to sell fixatives. Everybody loves to sell fixatives because it's an instant gratification. That fixative, you see it instantly what happens. And some of your topical shine products, same thing, it's more of an instant. This is something that she has to use on a continual basis for her to notice the difference. Does that make sense to everybody? Just like cleanser for skincare. Whatever cleanser you're using, you're not gonna have that instant, but using it on a daily basis is what's gonna create better skin. Okay, are we all good there? Okay. Also during the cut, we're going to give her an explanation as far as what products we're using and why we're using them. We call this WWHL. What I'm using, why I've chosen it for her, how to use it, and what you love about it. Christy, can you come back up here for me, honey? Let me show you how this works. The best thing for you to do during this portion is to go back to what she said in the consultation, because that says you heard her. Did she tell me that volume was a factor for her? Okay. So Chrissy, this is our volume infusion, and I chosen it for you because you said that volume was a factor for you, and I want to make sure we solve that problem before you leave today. It's a very lightweight product, so it's not going to weigh your hair down, and that is important when you're trying to get volume. You do not want to use anything that's too heavy, that then you're going to fight as you're trying to get that lift. I love it. It's one of our #1 sellers, and honestly, it's great for all hair types. Here's how you use it, and then you're going to go in to how you use it. Here's the thing. When you're doing this part, what it is and why, I'm giving her eye contact. When I go to use it, then I move. Okay, so you're not going to do this all at the same time. Christy, again, this is our volume infusion. I chose it for you because you said that volume was a factor, and I want to make sure we solve that problem for you before you leave today. This is how you use it. It's a spray. Be generous with it and get it all through the scalp area. So you're going to show her how to use it. And then you're going to come back around. I love this because you're going to find it's going to give you the volume you're looking for without weighing your hair down. And then I'm going to put it here. WWHL. I should have started with the Elixir 11 because this product should go on everybody's head before you do anything, but I'm going to use this one now. All right, Chrissy, this is our Elixir 11. I chose it for you because during your consultation, again, you said that you didn't see shine and that you felt that your hair was very dry. This is a very lightweight treatment that's going to help condition your hair. I love it. It does not weigh your hair down. So many people are so concerned about putting in a leave-in conditioner because it's heavy. This product is not heavy. Again, don't be afraid of it. Go ahead and generously apply it all through your hair and then comb it through. I love it. I recommend it to all of my clients. You will definitely see a difference in both shine and hydration in your hair. Versus, this is volume infusion. It's great for body. This is Elixir 11. It's a great leave-in treatment. That sounds sales pitchy, right? Does the first way sound sales pitchy? Not at all. All right, do you see how I'm putting the products right in front of my client as I'm using it? Okay. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Because I'm setting up for my review. This is also letting her know that it takes multiple products to create the final product. Any questions on WWHL? What you like about it, why you chose it for her, how she should use it, and what you like or love about it. Everybody says, do I have to say love every time? No, you don't have to say love every time. You can say why it's your favorite. You can say what you like about it. But honestly, that last statement sells it. Don't not do it because you're thinking it sounds crazy. Honestly, that's when you show your emotion. I love this product. It is one of our #1 sellers. Where else are you going to put that? It's one of our #1 sellers. It's lightweight. It's a great product. That's where that goes because that shows the emotion. Put your products out here for your client so that she sees that you're recommending a regime. Then from here, every client gets a blow-dry lesson. I do not care how many times you have seen them. You will always give them a blow-dry lesson or a blow-dry review. All guessed. Okay? Again, that's our brand promise. That's our brand promise. I'm going to keep you here. Okay, so if Chrissy was really my client, her cape would be on right now. Okay. The next step is our closing. Equally as important as that consultation is the close. And I will tell you this, we have done a lot of research when it comes to the closing. By research, I mean we have watched client behavior back at the chair to see how she responds. Okay. I'm going to do the whole thing and then I'm going to break it down because it's easier just to see it. Okay, so she's done. So what do you think?
Oh, I love it. That looks so good.
Doesn't it look awesome?
Yeah.
Okay. So Chrissy, do you have any questions for me?
No, I think you answered them all.
Okay, great. We're just going to review on what we used on you today. We have your color protectant shampoo conditioner, your volumizer, and your leave-in treatment. What would you like to try for home?
I definitely need the shampoo and conditioner.
Okay, perfect. Now I want to see you back in 6 weeks. We'll take a look at my books before you leave today. And then I also have some additional coupons here for you. This first one is for $5 off an eyebrow waxing. I love Valerie. She's fabulous. The second one is we're running a special on our FootLogix product right now for 20% off. And then will you do me a favor?
Sure.
We have a referral program here at Kennis, and it's a win-win. And how it works is you send in a client that's never been to Kennis before. Do you see this $10?
Oh, yeah.
It's a $10 off coupon for her. When she comes in, it scans this barcode, and that's your personal barcode. So what happens is then $10 goes into a bank for you to use on your next visit.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, so you know your sister that you talked about your whole visit? I would love to meet her.
Yeah, I'll send
Okay,
her in.
perfect. Then the cape comes off. First thing, cape stays on during the entire closing. You do not take the cape off and then do the close. Why? The client gets up. As soon as you snap that cape off, she believes the visit is over. So we keep the cape on the client so she knows that we are not done. Did you see how I didn't take the mirror back from her? Because then she doesn't have hands to snap off her own cape. So have her hold the mirror. When I ask her if she has any questions, I'm not doing it like this. Okay, so do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay, good. Why?
No eye contact.
No eye contact. This says I have time. Christy, do you have any questions for me? Yeah. Again, went out, watched. When you ask your client if she has any questions as you're moving her, the majority of the time she said no. When I ask her, Christy, do you have any questions for me with eye contact, I typically would get a question. What do you think that was about? Product. Okay, when I give her eye contact, typically it was about product. So we're going to give eye contact. We are going to do a review of the product by function, not by name, for first-time clients. By function, not by name. Why? Why do I do that? Because we want her to know that everything has its purpose. Can you get everything that she needs out of this one product? Can I get shine? Can I get body? Can I get everything that she needs out of this one product? Can I get everything out of this one product? And I told you the importance of a color protectant shampoo, right? So you're going to talk about it by function, not by name. Again, Christy, we have your color protectant shampoo conditioner, we have your volumizer, and we have your leave-in treatment. If she would then say to me, if I can only get one, which one should I get? So say that to me.
If I could only get one, which one should I get?
What is more important to you? To protect your color, to have volume, to have your hydration and shine?
Probably the color.
Okay, let her decide. For one, that's a hard decision to make, right? Because she wants all of it. But let her make the decision. There are times that maybe she could only afford one of your products. We want to make sure that we're delivering on what's most important to her. Does that make sense? Then you have to ask for the sale. And this is the hardest part for a hairdresser, is to say, what do you want? But you have to ask that. So Christy, what would you like to try for home?
I would like the shampoo, and should I get the conditioner too?
I think you should get the conditioner too, since hydration was a factor for you and shine. Okay, so we will get both of those. From there, I'm going into when I want to see her again. I would like to see you in 6 weeks. We will take a look at my books before you leave today. And then I'm going into the coupons. Do not pause. Do not pause. So do not do this. So I want to see you back in 6 weeks. Does that sound good for you?
Yeah.
Okay, because your layers will start to get heavy on you. It gives her a reason to say no, I'll call back, whatever the case may be. Keep moving. I want to see you back in 6 weeks. We'll look at my books before you leave today. I do have some coupons for you. No pause. Cape stays on the entire time. Questions? Let's do it again. So what do you think?
Oh, I love it.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. You did a good job.
Thank you. Okay, Christy, do you have any questions for me today?
Can I use the elixir every day at home?
Every day.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
Okay, so let's do a review. We have your color protectant shampoo conditioner, your volumizer, and your leave-in treatment. What would you like for home?
I think I want the shampoo, conditioner, and the elixir today.
Perfect. Now I do want to see you in 6 weeks. We will take a look at my books before you leave today. I do have some coupons for you today. The first one is for $5 off an eyebrow wax. I love Valerie. She's the best. We have 20% off our FootLogix products. And then will you do a favor for me?
Sure.
I'm trying to build my clientele, so I'd really appreciate some help. And we have a referral program, and it's a win-win for both of us. Do you see the $10 coupon? Mm-hmm. How it works is you hand this out to somebody that has not been to Kenneth's before. They're going to get $10 off their first service, and then you're going to get $10 in a bank that you can use on any future services. So your sister that you talked about, I'd really appreciate if you could send her in to me.
Yeah, I'll send her in.
Okay, perfect. I'll walk you up front. Let's talk about that referral coupon. Okay? For one, you want to get your client to commit. So did you see how I asked her if she would do me a favor? Did you see how I just zipped it and let her say yes? Okay. Have you ever said that to your friend? Hey, will you do me a favor? What does your friend typically say? Sure. What? So have your client commit. Hey, Christy, will you do me a favor?
Yep.
We have a referral, because it makes her engage. You do not want to do this. So we have 20% off our FootLogix project, and then we have a referral program that will, for every client that you send in that's never been to Kenneth's before, they're going to receive $10 off, and then you're going to receive $10 in the bank, okay?
Okay.
Not doing that, because you lost her. It sounds like that Charlie Brown. Burr, 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 burr. That's what that sounds like. Okay? Slow it down. A closing that's not done properly. Let me show you. And this is what you see. Not at Kenneth's, but you see it. So what do you think?
It's good.
Great. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay. Do you need anything for home?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I'll walk you up.
Okay.
Come on up. That's the difference. Which one do you want as a client?
First one.
Okay. Go ahead and have a seat. Thank you. Did any of that seem pushy? Do you see how it's organized? Do you see how it's a system? Do you see how that creates consistency based on our brand experience? Price will not be a factor. It will be irrelevant if you offer great service. Because let me tell you this, it's not just about the haircut. It's not just about the haircut. You can say all day long it's about how talented you are as a hairdresser. And I'm going to tell you all day long, my most talented hairdressers are not my busiest hairdressers. It is the hairdresser that provides the complete package all the way from the beginning. That is the top hairdresser, not the most talented. So please realize how lucky we are to be in this industry, for you to be able to touch people on a daily basis and make a difference in their lives, because that's what you're doing. You're not cutting hair. You're not cutting hair. Remember, if you can't be unique at what you do, you got to be the best at what you do. And that's what this system's all about. Okay? Thank you. Thank you.